Before the first sin of man, there was harmony in heaven. He was the morning star, radiant, flawless, exalted above all his brethren. Yet before the throne of the Almighty, pride was born in his heart. Even in worship, his voice sought to rise above the chorus. He spoke of freedom, of greatness, of casting off the yoke of obedience. And the faithful began to watch him, for the seeds of rebellion were sown. Alone he gazed upon the throne and coveted its glory. Michael, guardian of heaven, beheld his ambition and prepared for the coming storm. The morning star exalted himself, shadow growing where once there was light. And he declared before heaven, I will ascend above the stars of God. I will sit upon the throne of the Most. But Michael rose against him, defender of the throne, and the heavens trembled. And the host of heaven divided, the third with Lucifer, the rest with God. To his legion he gave fire, and their wings darkened with his power. Michael called the faithful to stand fast, their light blazing like the sun. Then war broke out in heaven, light against fire, brother against brother. The skies thundered with battle, and many fell from the heights of glory. The morning star met the Prince of Heaven, and their clash split the skies. Even the foundations of paradise shattered at their fury. Lucifer poured forth his wrath like a storm of flame, casting many down. But Michael withstood him, and their powers clashed in a storm that split the heavens. The glory of heaven was torn, its rivers turned to fire, its fields to ash. Lucifer's fury knew no bounds, and he cast down the faithful without mercy. But the loyal stood unbroken, their shields of light holding fast against the flame. The ground itself split apart, as if creation could no longer bear their war. Then Michael rose once more, his sword burning brighter than the dawn. Sword met flame, light against fire, and the heavens shook with their blows. Their battle became as a sun in the sky, blinding all who beheld it. Lucifer summoned a storm of fire, hurling the faithful from the heavens. But Michael shielded his host, their light a bulwark against the storm. And heaven itself began to break, its firmament shattering above them. The morning star struck again and again, driving Michael down in fury. His legions swarmed like fire upon the fields, and the faithful fell in multitudes. And Michael himself was cast down, his light dimmed, his fall a cry of sorrow. Lucifer exalted himself as king, crowned in flame, and his army rejoiced. Yet the guardian rose once more, his fire rekindled, his resolve unshaken. The faithful gathered, broken but resolute, shields lifted in defiance. With wings aflame, Michael ascended for one final charge. And they met in the heart of heaven, their strike shattering the firmament. The morning star was struck down, his crown extinguished, his cry echoing across eternity, and he was cast into the pit, swallowed by fire and storm. Michael stood above the ruin, his host bowed in grief, yet victory was theirs. But heaven lay broken, scarred forever by the war of angels. The morning star plummeted into the abyss, his light consumed by flame. The pit yawned wide, and the earth itself cast him down. Bound in chains of shadow and flame, his throne became the pit. From his fall, hell was born, a kingdom of fire without end. And his angels fell with him, their glory twisted into darkness. The faithful turned traitors became his legion and bowed before their prince. Upon a throne of stone and flame, the morning star became the prince of darkness. And though heaven endured, it mourned its loss, for a third of its glory was gone.